John chapter 4. Yeshua knew that the Pharisees had heard that he was making many disciples and was immersing more than John. Though Yeshua himself wasn't immersing, his disciples were. He left Judea and returned to Galilee. On the way, he had a chance to go through Samaria. He came to a town in Samaria called Sychar, near the edge of the field that Jacob had given his son Joseph. Jacob's well was there, so Yeshua, weary from traveling, sat down by the well. It was about the 6th hour, noon. When a Samaritan woman came to draw water, Yeshua asked, "Please give me some water to drink." His disciples had gone into town to buy some food. The Samaritan woman asked him, "How is it that you, a Jew, ask me for a drink, since I'm a Samaritan woman?" Because the Jews have nothing to do with Samaritans. Yeshua replied, "If you had only known the gift of Jehovah and who was asking you for a drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." The woman replied, "Master, you have no water jug to draw with, and the well is deep. Where do you get this living water? Are you greater than our ancestor Jacob, who gave us this well and drank from it himself, along with his children and his flocks?" Yeshua replied, "Whoever drinks this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks the water that I give them will never be thirsty again. The water that I give them will be in them an artesian well, springing up to eternal life." The woman said, "Master, give me this water, so I won't get thirsty again and have to come and draw water." Yeshua told her, "Go call your husband and come back here." She said, "I have no husband." Yeshua replied, "You're right in saying, 'I have no husband,' because you have had 5 husbands, and the man you now have isn't your husband. You've certainly told the truth." The woman said, "Master, I see you are a prophet. Our ancestors worshipped on this mountain, but you Jews say that it is necessary for people to worship in Jerusalem." Yeshua replied, "Woman, believe me, the time is coming when you won't worship the Father on this mountain or in Jerusalem. You Samaritans don't understand what you worship, but we worship what we understand because life comes from the Jews. But the time is coming, and as of this writing now is, when the true worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. Father is looking for worshippers like that. Jehovah is spirit, and those who worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth." The woman replied, "I know that the Messiah is coming, and when he comes, he will teach us everything." Yeshua said, "I am the one who is speaking to you." While he was speaking, his disciples returned. They were surprised to find him talking with a woman, yet no one asked, "What are you talking about?" or, "Why are you talking to her?" The woman left her water jug and went back to town and told the people, "Come and see a man who told me everything I've ever did. Wouldn't this be the Messiah?" The people left the town to go to him. Meanwhile, his disciples urged him, "Rabbi, eat something." But he said, "I have food to eat that you don't know about." The disciples began asking each other, "Has someone brought him something to eat?" Yeshua said, "My food is doing the will of the one who sent me to finish his work. Don't you say that the harvest is 4 months away? But look, I ask you to look around at the fields. They are already grain white and ready for harvest. The harvesters are earning wages and gathering the fruit of eternal life. The sower and the harvester are celebrating together. The old saying is true. One person sows and another harvests. I sent you to harvest where you hadn't labored, because others have already labored, and you are joining in their labor. Many Samaritans in the town believed in him because of the woman's testimony. He told me everything I ever did. When the Samaritans came to him, they asked him to stay with them, so he stayed with them for 2 days. Many more people believed because of his own words. They told the woman, "From now on, we believe in him, not just because of what you said, but because we have heard him ourselves, and we know he is truly the Messiah, the life-giver of the world." 2 days later, Yeshua left for Galilee. Yeshua himself stated that a prophet is honored in his own town. When he arrived in Galilee, the Galileans welcomed him, having seen all the signs that he did in Jerusalem at the feast, because they had also gone to the feast. Yeshua returned to Cana in Galilee, where he had turned the water into wine. In Capernaum, there was a king's nobleman whose son was sick. He heard that Yeshua had returned from Judea to Galilee, so he went to him and pled with him to come down and heal his son, because he was close to death. Yeshua told him, "Unless you see signs and miracles, you will never believe." The king's servant asked him, "Master, come down before my child dies." Yeshua replied, "Go, your son will live." The man believed what Yeshua told him and left. While he was on the way, his servants met him with the news that your son is alive. He asked them the exact time when he got better, and they replied, "The fever left him yesterday at the 7th hour." His father knew that that was the very hour when Yeshua had told him, "Your son will live." So he and everyone in the household believed. This was the second miraculous sign that Yeshua did after traveling from Judea to Galilee.